hear the voice of fate, speaking my name in humble supplication. I created another universe and founded paradise, for I, Fischl, am the Prinzessin der Verirrt...
Ooh, you restaurant? That place isn't even worth mentioning. Ooh, you restaurant? That place isn't even worth mentioning.
I created another universe and founded paradise, for I, Fischl, am the Prinzessin der Verirrt...
Ooh, you restaurant? That place isn't even worth mentioning. Ooh, you restaurant?
I created another universe and founded paradise, for I, Fischl, am the Prinzessin der Verirrt...
you were coming from as well.
Ragnar, why are you suddenly so pale?
It's the moon. I'm not pale. I pat the horses. Could they go a bit, even if it's like 15 minutes?
Definitely. You know that they would be challenged, but they can.
Everyone, back on the horses. We go. It's nothing good.
What is
The
it?
screech?
It's the dragon's mama. Demons, something. Go.
Oh,
Dragon's mama.
It's a good reason to keep going. Let's go. Let's go.
yeah.
All right.
Exactly.
Animal abuse, but okay. Yeah.
You're mass murderers.
Shut up! I don't have a choice, okay?
The three of you get back onto your horses and you try speeding your way back into the city, and you're really beginning to feel the weariness of the encounter that you had just gone through. You did stay up the night having planned for them to come closer to you, and you did set up these traps the entire time. So even though you were resting, it was sort of like a half rest, really. And your horses are now beginning to feel a little bit more heavy. As their hooves hit the ground, you notice that the rhythm is a little bit more different than the beginning of the day. They're definitely more tired now. Everyone roll for animal handling just to see how well you can steer them towards the direction.
Animal handling.
A
Oh,
relatively-
nice.
All of my G&G luck is for this part. For this game. Easy.
All right.
17.
Why?
All right. So Elizabeth and Brackmar, you're more used to this life than the others. Enderal definitely, even though you have horses before, you're not usually the ones who take care of them. And Frigis, almost no experience at all, except for recent months. So you notice the two horses that you have on are very difficult to steer. Elizabeth and Brackmar are doing well. You do fall behind like 5-10 feet behind them, but you're able to continue. But Enderal's and Frigis' horses definitely look like they're not going to be doing well if you push them further still. You get to travel for 30 minutes before you notice that Enderal and Frigis are falling behind.
Shit, we should have bought carrots.
I kind
You're
of just
the-
pat my horse. Hey, come on,
Cut.
come on.
Aren't you supposed to be the light ones? Fucking fancy people. We need to keep going.
You hear another
Okay.
screech from afar. This time it sounds louder than it was previously.
Back on
And you
back
know
on-
that you have 2 hours and a half left before you get to the city.
And there's still no hiding spots anywhere?
Complete open fields the entire time. You know it's going to be an open field till you get back to New Cresthill.
Yeah, I'm gonna
we're
ask
in the...
Frigus.
we're in
Frigus,
the-
don't you have any spell that you can use on the horses?
No.
Keep
No, I
walking, keep
don't.
walking. Think as you walk.
Does
Uh,
anyone require healing right now?
I'm fine. Let's go.
I'm fine.
Can I bless the horse? Can I cure wounds the horse? Lesser
Everyone looks a little
restoration,
bruised,
whatever.
but none of them are hanging on to their life.
Do I know that the screech are following us?
Obviously, now, yes. The second time around, at least. The first time you know that you heard it, and Brackmar just tells you it's something dangerous. The second time around, it's even louder than it was initially, so you know they're gaining. They're getting faster. They're getting closer.
Can I cast like magic missile to distract them somewhere else?
You can certainly try.
I cast magic missile.
Where?
Oh,
To which direction?
So I cast it first little, so I
Mhm.
get 3 dots. So like a kind of like a fork.
Hmm. Behind you or in front of you? Or above you?
Anywhere that's away from us.
Okay. All right. So you cast these 3 magic missiles trying to throw off their direction, and you can see there isn't much of a sound for magic missile because they're just force missiles, really. But they do create like a small illumination, and in comparison and contrast to the area that you're in, that's completely just overcome with shadow, even the smallest amount of light gets really, really obvious. And as soon as you cast it, no more than a second after, you hear another screech towards your direction. You still don't see them,
Ah, fuck.
Towards our
but you
direction.
feel like that just showed them where you are.
Priestess,
Ah.
what are you doing?
Ah, fuck. Oh no,
It's
I'm at
always
this
you,
point.
and then the world, but you most.
I'm sorry I suggested it off.
Hey, the guy who were that is
It's
on the horse.
by the way, the direction and where it went. So it's pretty big.
The guy we had on the horse, is he still breathing?
He's breathing. He's behind the horse. He's not dying out, but he's passed out.
Questions.
Tie him up
Uh,
good. Off the horse, behind the rock. Same with the drugs. Let's keep going. Keep going.
Wait, what are you doing?
Discharging the horse with the passed out guy and the drugs.
But that's okay.
All right. You leave the guy and the drugs
Behind the rock.
behind the rock shore. You feel like you're getting faster with the less load, but it does make it a little bit easier, but it still is a challenge to push your horses even further still. You guys keep going,
Or
or
I don't think we can keep this up. My horse is almost dead. It's falling apart.
We hear screeching noises, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Take everything off the horses. Give it to me. You take the kids and the egg. I take everything else. We go off the path. We just slap our horses to go away, and we walk
Yeah.
the rest of the time.
Ah.
And we need to cross the field somehow, right? To get away
Yes.
from the road. Okay.
But we can't hide.
The horses will hopefully distract them. We go off the road. I carry the stuff. You carry the egg. Two children. I carry the rest. And do we have
Okay.
anything else? No. I don't carry anything good.
Ah, I am like, oh shit. Want to suggest something, but it's
Everyone-
so, it might be terrible.
Come closer, everyone, come close to me.
Yeah.
I have an idea. As everyone gathers around me, I kind of try to touch all three of them at once. And I'm gonna cast invisibility at 4th level, turning Brackmar, Frigis, and Lisbeth invisible.
But not the horses?
No, they're off galloping now.
Okay, if they've already gone off galloping, alright. Because I wanted to cast light on one of their bridle or something.
Okay, yeah, good idea.
That might
You
be
can.
so horrible. I'm
Yeah.
like, I want to
Light
do
is
it,
not
but
concentration. No, you can do it on all of the horses because it's not concentration.
yeah, I was trying to check the condition to make sure that it's still lighted up when it's like far from me.
It's
Okay.
for 1 hour.
Yeah, it's not like dancing light. Dancing light can't be far from me. So yeah, I would cast light on one of the bridle.
you can
And
light one.
now-
Yes, it's not concentration. It lasts for 1 hour, but you can
Yep.
only have one object lit up at a time.
Yep. So one of the horses.
Perfect.
Hopefully the horses that doesn't decide to come back to us.
All right.
And now everyone is invisible except me. So I pull up my elven cloak so I can stealth well.
All right.
Let's go.
Off the beaten path.
Okay. Now you know that you're the area that you're in. It's a relatively cold area. As the horses gallop away, you dismount, you get all your materials, Ender will make sure that everybody turns invisible, and almost like Frodo wearing the ring, you disappear. The grass still sort of wades a little as you're crossing through it, but it can easily be mistaken for just the wind blowing, unless a seasoned eye really pays attention. As
Also, like
Go ahead.
point of order, I guess. I need to have the two children because they can't turn invisible too.
Oh, okay, all
So
right.
I'm kind of carrying them and huddling low to the ground.
I have the
The
egg,
egg.
the rest.
The egg until it hatches is not considered a creature. I
Yeah.
googled it. Okay. All right. So the egg.
I will be the last, and I will use my polearm as a staff.
Mhm.
and get the grass back in the
Okay.
direction it is. So
Okay.
for example, the wind is blowing, and I would flatten it back
Oh,
down in that
go.
direction.
All right. Okay.
And we
No
scurry
more
along.
than a couple of minutes after doing this, no more than 5, as you move away from the road and you left this guy onto a nearby protrusion off the ground, like a 3 feet tall rock. You see him leaning back with 2 crates of black powder next to him. You're all moving further away, and after Endril puts up her cloak, she pretty much disappears off into the grass as well. And you make a distance of possibly slowly walking about a good 200 feet away, when suddenly, from afar, you see the horses are, well, you know the direction the horses went. There's 3 figures in the night sky that are moving towards the main road. One of them,
Fine.
they're flying. One of them continues to the main road following the horses. They're moving relatively fast, about 120 per 6. And the other 2 land by the person that you left behind. These 2 demon-like creatures, they had these distorted faces, like moving around their faces. They leave this trail of shadow, almost like when a Dementor sucks Harry Potter's face.
Oh.
And there's no distinct facial feature while they're moving around. You could tell that they have these 2 wings that flap out almost like a beetle, uh, and they just land down onto the ground. But as they land onto the ground, they sort of explode in this black smoke, and you see 2 human-looking individuals wearing the same materials of the guards you had just defeated, looking at the guy by the rock. They look at each other without communicating. They sort of smile, and they see the 2 boxes. They crack it open. They look at the guy by the rock now, and their hand turns back into this form, and they cut his throat open, seeps down. Go ahead.
I'm just like under my breath, like, Brackmar, you idiot. What? You doomed him. He's dead now.
Right.
I'm the only one that tried to keep anyone alive. Fuck off. Let's keep going.
They're going, cuts his throat open. They sort of ravage his body. They're not eating him or anything. They're just really destroying what's left of him. These 2 boxes that they find, they give it to one guy, and he starts floating. Black smoke again turns into his demonic form and flies back towards the direction northeast where
Where
you
they came
guys fought.
from.
Yes.
Okay.
So
How?
one of them is with you now. One followed the horses, and just before he turns back, he goes. Everyone make a stealth check with advantage.
How far is he from us?
A good 200 feet away. You've got a good chance.
Great roll because I have heavy armor.
Yeah,
Four.
it says
Two.
I have a disadvantage, so do I just get straight roll?
Great roll too, yes.
I rolled a 9 and a 7 with advantage.
Oh, 4.
Fortunately, I have a +10.
All right.
Brackmar, shh.
Elizabeth, waiting on your roll.
Cling, clang, cling, clang.
Okay. 1922 for 11.
Should be 15 average.
And Errol just goes completely still, crouched down in the grass, like the only
I'm
sound being
turning the
heard.
grass like. Fuck, that's the meta end.
But the other guy is already gone, right? The one that flew off is already gone.
Oh. All right.
Well,
With an
he
average
has
of
disadvantage when trying to detect me in particular.
yes, that's correct.
That may help.
That's correct. That's correct. Let's do this roll again then, just to make it even. All right.
Not twinches.
Not really. Natural 15 and 18.
Oh, fuck.
All right. So as you guys are moving further, you stop. Thankfully, you're invisible, so it gets really, really difficult to detect you. And with Enderol, you have your cloak upwards. He doesn't notice where you are specifically, but he does know that you have been here. He starts trailing the ground, looking towards the area. Thankfully, through sheer luck, you begin to hear the sound of rain falling from above.
Rain?
Is that good?
That's good. Your scent is thrown off. He starts looking around. You see him grazing the field, following where you are, and he starts touching the grass. And you hear him screech in his uniform.
You bricked your mic.
Yeah, you broke your mic.
Now,
Still broken.
now.
Yeah. Nice.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Alright.
When you do
You got
that,
too excited.
I'm sorry,
push
yeah.
your watch.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. All right,
So,
man, I gotta get a new one.
ooh,
Anyway, what was I saying? The rain covers your scent. He starts looking around. Your scent is thrown off. He goes
I
around in
told you.
circles. You know you're not found. He then
Lock water.
screeches.
I bought a slug. Told you.
Oh.
He screeches back in human form. Just looks around even further. Spends about 2 minutes. You guys don't move. And you hear him just cussing under his breath. And black smoke disappears back into the northeast. What do you guys do?
Okay, guys, be very quiet. There's still a guy following our horses, I think. We need to stay off the road until he returns as well. And maybe we're lucky and he doesn't kill our horses.
Horses are dead. Let's keep going.
Where do you travel off to? The direction of New Crestil is currently southeast from where you are, and you're in the middle of the plains.
So
2 hours
in
of
which
travel would get you there. Oh, well, on foot it would take you 4 more hours.
in which direction? Like we went south. In my head, we left the street westwards, but so I would continue west a little bit before, curving down south and southeast.
Okay, yeah. You've got the right idea. Okay. So as you probably take 30 to 45 minutes carefully... Yes?
no. Something.
He has viewers.
Alright. 30 to 45 minutes, walks a little bit western. You don't notice anything else going on. How long does your invisibility last?
1 hour.
Forever.
And I keep it
Hour.
up.
Okay,
I
good.
keep it up as long as I
Forever.
can.
Alright, so for 45 minutes, you do notice a figure from a little bit south from where you are turn up into a creature, black smoke as usual, and travel northeast as well. This you assume would be the last one that was following you.
Can I try to guess what kind of demon this is?
You can make you can either make a history,
I would also.
nature, or arcana check.
Would I be able to use religion?
Jen?
Would I be
religion.
able to use religion because it's a demon?
I don't know. Fuck shit. I didn't. I am not a conjuration major student.
Whichever you guys like. History, religion, or nature.
Okay.
I don't know.
I know nothing.
Oh.
It was a +2 too.
You know nothing, Lisbeth.
No, I don't.
Does anyone else roll or not?
No.
And Daryl doesn't know.
Okay.
So after the demon creature flies about north, I want to try heading in roughly his direction to see if our horses are there. Roughly
Doesn't
in the
take you
direction he
that
went
long.
from.
Because it was just only about 200 feet, so it only takes you a couple of seconds, less than a minute to get to where he was. And on the main road, you see 4 horses massacred.
I'm so
This has been a complete failure. I'm ashamed of myself.
Horses.
Come on.
Exactly as I thought it would happen. Good.
Well, it was good, Brackmar, that you thought about this diversion, but this mission has been a complete failure. At least we have these 2 children.
Children.
Yeah.
And
That's
we're
a
still
success.
alive. It's okay. We can avenge them. The
You know
horses.
who?
The
When
dead man.
we use the numbers, got the most important things. It confirms that um, the merchant was right, and he doesn't have informants. Otherwise, they would have waited us. That's very good.
That's true. That's true.
Huge upside. Let's
You
keep
have
not dying.
okay. Okay, you're right.
That
Yeah.
means we
Nice.
need we can't drop the ball now.
Yes,
No, let's keep moving.
yes. Lady Luck is on your side. Don't you feel it? I told you.
The rain.
There
A
is
little
water.
bit.
I
And
feel
there is
the rain.
A little bit.
and there is cold, wet, like drenched in rain. It's like I don't really feel it.
You have magic against water.
No, well, yes. Just wave my sword and I create like a small shield above my head.
Sure.
It's a terrible day for rain.
All right.
And we continue. We don't rest tonight. We just march towards the city, I guess.
Okay. The entire time you're traveling back into the city of New Crest Hill, it takes you a little bit longer. It was already late at night when you traveled, plus you traveled for about 2 hours and a half more. So now would put you roughly about an hour and a half past midnight. You
Oh,
continue
shit.
walking for 4 hours after that because
Yeah.
you're now on foot, even on the beaten path, which makes travel a little bit easier than traveling on grass. You arrive at dusk onto New Crest Hill. You can
Dusk,
see
not dawn.
at dawn. Why do I keep mixing these two things up? At dawn, you
Yeah.
see the sun rising off the horizon, and the city is still not yet awake. You see guards mounted on every post. The door opens up for you as they see you coming closer. They notice that you're all stained and bruised. Uh-huh.
I'm just gonna take off a point of exhaustion because I feel like I would be exhausted at this point.
Sure. Oh yeah, that's true. Everybody can take a point of exhaustion here.
You're welcome,
And
guys.
as you arrive in New Crest Hill, everything is still relatively on the down low. You have about an hour and a half before people really start waking up and putting up services. What do you guys do?
So the gates are open. They let us in, no problem.
They let you in, no problem.
Okay.
The guards know who you are, so they just sort of look at you and keep an eye on you, but no guard really approaches you.
The merchant, right?
Yeah, let's just head straight there.
Okay.
Sorry guys, where do I put exhaustion? Condition?
In
Condition.
conditions, you go at the very bottom.
Alright. Just one.
All right. You travel down here. You arrive into the citadel. By the time you arrive at the citadel, you could see people starting to put up shop, and the guards that are at the front of the citadel, they have a very cautious look about you, but then they look at the list that they were given, and after looking for information, they let you through. Letting you through, you're welcome. You're coming in from the eastern entrance, so it's very similar to where you came from before. The first floor is still filled with tables and also what looks to be makeshift jail cells. And the person that greets you here is the same person that had introduced you to the merchant originally. He's a tall, lanky, deep voiced dude, and he goes, "All right, welcome back. So, how are
Oh
all you?"
yeah, this guy.
We have to see the servant, like the
The
merchant.
merchant.
Excuse. Right, right. I'll take you to his office. I'll let him
Okay.
know. But I guess you all could sit down for a few minutes, yeah?
Thank you. Yeah, that would be. We could need some milk, I think, as well. And I just show him the two babes.
Right, right. I'm sure you'll let us know why you have these two, but
Yeah.
I'll arrange it for you. Yes.
Yeah.
Takes you past the tables, goes through the elevator, does the cranking thing. You arrive on the second floor, and you see these two big doors that lead towards the office of the merchant. There's a couple of chairs outside. There's actually on each side of the wall. There's like sets of 4 long. What do you call it? 4 long chairs,
Benches.
but benches. Yes, my English is out. Benches that allow people to wait while he's serving people inside. Of course, there's nobody here. You take benches and you stay here for a couple of minutes. You are given 2 glasses of milk with a cloth at the end, which is used as a nipple. That's how they did
Okay.
it before. So,
Nice. I would know that. So I'm just awkwardly trying to feed them.
but yeah, a few minutes pass and Lord Gillingham's not yet here. You're just instructed to wait for him until he arrives.
Lisbeth, can you help me with this? I don't really know what I'm doing.
Okay. I try to help.
All right.
Animal handling check.
Animal.
Do I make a check?
Whichever one of you is really doing the main job gets to make nature with advantage here.
You?
I
Me?
am not very good in the head, therefore I shall assist you.
I'm using the dragon egg as a pillow.
So it will be a regular. It's Rackmar. Come on. It'll be a regular roll since we're exhausted.
Okay.
Oh, a 6.
Yeah, not bad. Could have been worse.
There's something wrong here, you can tell. You have these 2 babies, the really smooth-skinned blonde baby, and you also have the tiefling child, and you're sort of just using the cloth as a nipple towards these young children. But they're just not reacting. They're breathing, their pulse is normal, but even with like milk dripping down their faces, no reaction.
Maybe you have to pat them in the back first.
Oh, you mean over the shoulder like this?
Ow.
No reaction, no burp.
I don't know.
Maybe
Can
maybe
I
they're asleep.
can I
Rackmar,
cast
what do they do in your
lesser
culture?
rest on it?
You can.
Yeah, I shall
Which
do
one
that.
do you cast it on?
On the tiefling baby.
All right. As you
That's
cast
my
the
last.
restoration onto the tiefling child, there's this yellow glow that envelops it for a few minutes, for a few seconds, and then immediately after the yellow light dissipates, you hear this.
Oh.
Oh,
I cover its mouth with a hand, like automatically. That was like.
As you cover that, it starts flailing around in Enderal's arms.
Lisbeth, no!
What do I do? What do I do? It's never gone this far before.
Let's be brave.
Can I try to console the child?
And give it to the fridges.
Make a persuasion check.
Take away
What?
from the
That's a
metal
bad idea.
lady.
It's a
She's gonna
persuasion.
burn him or something.
Oh,
I have to roll what?
Persuasion.
Persuasion with disadvantage because I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
we're all just like, oh.
Oh
Is this
boy.
how it's like?
All half asleep, fumbling around with a child.
If it makes you feel better, they're both under 10.
With 5, you're just sort of trying to move it around. You almost drop it to the point because of how much it's flailing, but you're able to
Oh
catch
fuck!
it, and you're just sort of like, it's continuously flailing. It reaches out for your hair. It yanks it off to the side. You can see her just going like that. Oh, my mic. Is it still okay?
Yeah,
Nah.
it's okay.
Alright, yeah. What do you guys do? Lord Gillingham is still not yet arrived.
And they're
Oh,
just
fuck.
kind of like massaging her temples. Like, oh my god.
Can we wait, do we have any more milk? I mean, because we were trying to.
It's still full, yeah.
Yeah.
Are there other people in the room with us?
And not even the guide, no.
I
God. They would call the Child Protective Services on us.
help!
Can I
Someone
go-
help this poor baby.
Can I go outside the room to see if there's anyone else?
You look around outside and there's no one. The sound of the baby crying does emanate down to the first floor, but nobody really approaches you from here.
Can you
After
do that on the
Frigid-
other child too?
Do what? No, it just starts crying.
Yeah, good. That means they're alive. Have
Oh.
you never been near children before?
Ow. No.
No.
But
Yeah,
if
I knew for you. I wasn't asking the question for you.
usually animal babies cry because they need something. Is like human babies. I mean, humanoid babies are the same too, right?
Yeah, just let them cry.
Is
Good.
it cold? Maybe. D does it
Well,
need
maybe
more cloth?
I hand
sure.
it over to Lisbeth.
No, yeah. Do the restoration thing on the human baby too, or whichever one you didn't do it on first.
Uh,
Did the tiefling first.
I
Yeah.
am out of.
Meanwhile, I just try to with the demon baby.
I'm afraid I'm out of juice to do that.
Oh, come on.
Unfortunately, you can't upcast that thing. Uh,
After a while, where with Enderal just patting it on the shoulder, you fumble around. It reaches for what looks to be like a piece of its chin that is still wet from the milk, and just sort of hands it onto itself. And you realize that it just needs milk, and you're able to
Oh,
do that for a while.
gimme, 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 gimme. Look, 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 look.
It's really hard to do considering how stupid technology is, but yeah, it quiets down for a while.
And there kind of leans back and almost falls asleep.
Is this how
Ah,
parenting works?
I think so.
Just as you get a peace and quiet, the guide comes back down and says, "Right, so stand up straight. Lord Gillingham's in his office. Make sure you're ready. Uh, I'm sure I don't have to tell you to do a curtsy, bow down, same as usual.
i-
Uh,
is he
right,
good
Yeah,
with children?
all ready? No,
we need
madam.
to see him right now, okay? It's super important.
Right.
I
I
just
can
opened.
let
I
you
just
now."
go and open the door. No crazy.
As you go through the door, he goes, what? But then the door opens and Lord Gillingham's already sitting down on the chair, just waiting expectantly of you. And you can see him sort of like gesture from here to suddenly standing up straight. And he starts announcing, Lord Brackmore, Lady Enderal, Lady Frizzes, and Lady Elizabeth. And
We're inside. And I almost trip over myself trying to courtesy and then go up to his desk.
all right,
Hey, I put the dragon egg on on his table in front of him.
all right. As you place the dragon egg onto his table, he notices the breakdown in manners, but he's a man of the people, so he doesn't really call it out. But he looks at you and he says, "Right, so what's this?"
Green
The
dragon
dragon egg.
egg.
We kind of succeeded in our mission. We managed to intercept the wagon, and we basically killed everyone there. It wasn't our intention, but it happened.
Point at Frigus.
Understandable,
Apparently.
yes.
And we rescued 2 children and a dragon egg.
These two children and the dragon egg was what they were transporting.
Yes. And something else, some
Drugs.
kind of powder.
Drugs.
Hmm.
Too
Drugs,
heavy for
apparently.
the horses. Tried to hide it. They found it when they tracked us.
They have demons among their ranks, sir.
Demons, you say?
Demons.
Were you
Terrible
able
Batwing?
to
flying
see this clearly?
shadow demons. They stalked us down the road, but we were able to
Escape.
throw them off our scents.
I see.
The rusty chainmail I have, I just pat it and show him that it's like watery and with a bit of rust.
Hmm.
We did most of the half of the walk at night since we had no horses.
I see.
Yeah, about that. Your horses are dead.
He breathes out. That
I
is unfortunate, but it is well accounted for.
So if you have specialists, or you can buy some, they're down the road. So you just send someone to look at like, claw marks or something. You might get an idea of type of demon. But they're
I,
dead.
for sure,
At,
I will.
at this point, and they're kind of just slumps down into like the guest chairs he has. Like
Who has the child?
I have one, I guess.
Okay. And I'm guessing Elizabeth has
Human
the
child.
smooth skinned blonde.
yeah, the one not yet crying.
Okay.
It seems like we can awaken them if we could get someone who can cast magic. Unfortunately, I'm all out right now. Do you have someone in your ranks who could help us, sir?
They seem to be under some sort of spell or affliction.
Mm.
Of course, I can get someone from the priest's chamber to come down and help us with this. He gestures towards the guy behind, and the guy disappears. The door closes, and you hear the elevators running from within this room,
Elevators.
like the chain things that make you go
Yeah,
up
okay.
and down the floor. Yeah. So what else did you find?
There was a guy. We didn't catch his name or anything, but he seemed to be working undercover or something, but we couldn't trust him, so he's
He's
dead too
dead.
now.
He was
Well,
onto the cover once we went back into our main mission. He attacked again.
well, he was not a man of mine. But you were
He-
saying there was one in disguise, yes?
Well, yeah, didn't really catch, but sometimes he was attacking the bandits or the smugglers, but other times he was attacking us as well, so we don't really know.
I think he starts attacking us when I started the massacre.
The massacre. He sees the
Yeah.
expression and he says, "Explain."
He's a wizard.
We had to subdue
You should
a
put those in
large number
jail.
of people.
And Daryl just keeps quiet.
How many people, if you don't mind my asking? And of course, he's asking politely, but he's actually telling you to answer him quite clearly.
11.
I kind of looked to Andrew. Did you count?
I think there were like 20 total, and 2 escaped.
Hmm. The two escapees definitely pose a problem, but it's understood why it would have been difficult for anybody, especially a party of 4, to be able to deal with such a huge amount.
Yes, sir.
Normally, under these circumstances, I will have you tried for human massacre, but knowing that you are under my, what do you call it? Under my services purchased, we'll be able to look past this as knowing it is for the council. However, there's still a threat of these individuals smuggling things in and out of my city. I know now that they were not only dealing with drugs, but with children,
Yes,
although
there
I know
seems,
not why.
there
Yeah,
seems to
we
be
saw the
some
leaders.
Yeah.
Leaders.
Hassan and
The
two other guys.
Dragonborn and the gnome halfling
small guy.
thing.
Sprat, Hassan, and Mevidian.
No,
Sprat.
Meridian was dealt with.
Yes,
Did you mention the name Sprat?
yes, a small guy, right?
Yeah.
He raises his hand a little bit and he sort of just looks back behind you and he says, "When did you meet this character? And describe him to me."
Do we
Well-
remember which one was Brad? He was the tiefling,
halfling?
right?
The small one, I think.
I just wrote down their names.
So
Um,
look back. You know that the small one, the one that was primarily dealing with you in the room, his name is Hassan. He was the halfling or gnome. You're not really
Okay.
sure. You didn't spend too much time with him. One is the Dragonborn, and the other one is the Drow.
Oh,
You don't know
Drow.
the Dragonborn's name. You do know the Drow's name. His name was Isaac. And the 3 of them were the ones that dealt with you. Sprat, however, was the individual that threw Maria down the sewers.
Oh, okay, so we got it wrong.
Sorry, I mixed up the names.
Surely, I'm sure you're mistaken because Sprat is the priest.
The priest?
Yes, of the 5 baronets. That's correct. I am the merchant. One is the judge. One is the
Uh-oh.
priest. The scholar. And Sprat just
Uh,
happens to be the priest. Unless
So
there's one that
that's why
claims
Maria didn't want to go to pursue the one that did it. Yeah, he threw someone down into the sewers. She's alive now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Do you say this loud?
That is a big
Yeah,
you
to
are
him.
making, young man.
Yeah, we have a witness, like the victim.
But she's on vacation now, right?
Right, yes.
Yeah,
Convenient.
that's
You name a witness that is not available to answer for, he air quotes, Sprat's crime.
do with it what you will. She didn't want to go against him. Now we understand why. We didn't even know he was the one that did it. If you want to confirm it or not with him, it's your business. You do the politics, we don't.
He gestures it down. He's left-handed. He uses his feather on a piece of parchment. He just writes it down while listening to you. Is there
So,
anything else for you to report?
well, we don't know what to do with these children, sir.
I will have
You-
someone take care of them, definitely.
Okay, that's good.
It is
Uh,
good. It looks like this didn't go exactly as I had hoped, but there is some progress. More questions to be asked for sure, but at least now we know what questions to ask. I will send some of my men to investigate the horses that have been massacred. Hopefully they are still there, and I will bid you news as soon as I have any. I've only one request of you. While I look for this information, or seek it, rather, do not leave the city until then.
uh, why?
I might require your services still. I owe you half of what I had promised, in terms of gold, but the decree to your name, a land south of here, will be saved until you are able to fulfill your original quest. You give me these names of Hassan and Isaac. Perhaps we should hunt them first.
And can't you make illusions of them?
Oh, of course. Of course.
I really want to sleep, guys.
I cast silent image
All
and
right.
their likeness appears before us.
All right. As the image appears, you hear the elevator crankshaft down. Uh, the guide comes back in with a female priestess with him. The priestess is obviously elven, even from just the texture of her skin. Although it's quite different from Frigid, she looks a little bit more blue. Not drow, but she looks quite blue. From her hood, her ears go past, definitely some holes for her ears to go through. And she just comes forward, face down, wearing completely white robes with golden trimmings. And she just moves forward, approaches the child that's on Lisbeth's hands, and she lifts her hand and casts Lesser Restoration. It looks definitely the same thing Lisbeth had done already, but upon finishing her spell, the yellow light dissipates, and the smooth skinned blonde child, instead of crying like the other one, just ends up opening his eyes, smiling at Lisbeth, and starts reaching out for her cheeks.
That's cute.
Is that
Nelly, you're muted, by the way.
Alright, so I was ready to pass the baby to the cleric the moment it wakes up, but I guess it stopped crying, so I look at it. Oh, well, you don't seem to be distressed.
Not at all.
like
It's got blue eyes, and it's just looking at you. 2 teeth at the top, but nothing else.
Hello.
Aw.
I give
Hello,
him my
younglings.
hand and it's like, oh, maybe
As soon as
because
this one wakes up, the one on Enderal's hands starts seeing it and starts reacting. It's starting to get rowdy, starting pushing around. Doesn't cry yet, but
Oh, do they want each other?
I give it to you.
Not both of them, please.
The priestess grabs it before you give it to Elizabeth.
Okay.
She also reaches for the other child.
Okay. Will you be putting them in an orphanage?
She responds with a very silent, monotone voice going, "We will take care of them until we find one who can."
I look
Okay,
to
goodbye.
Enderos like
They are wanted.
I'm concerned.
Look back, equally concerned.
She does sound a little bit unearthly.
All right. Well, we can trust the merchant, so we can trust her. I nod.
guess. Yes.
Okay.
All right. You give the babies to her. She grabs it. Well, she doesn't grab it. She has one on each arm. She looks at the merchant. She bows very lightly and then disappears. One thing she did forget, though, is the dragon egg on the table.
Speaking of which, what should we do with this?
And no problem.
It's the
Sell
merchant's
it?
problem.
Kill it before it becomes a green dragon and
No,
kill everyone?
I mean,
Just look at the merchant. See? Why don't you put wizards in jail?
I mean, green
Jail the
dragons are
baby.
evil!
jail
are
the
you.
baby.
All
The judge and
chromatic
the scholar
dragons
are the ones in charge of that,
Oh.
not I.
But yeah, it seems to be the egg of a chromatic dragon. And I think, I don't know what you guys do with that kind of things here, but I'd kill it.
He just smiles at you and he just says, "I'll leave it to the scholar to decide."
Okay. Our mission is complete. We have nothing more to report, I think.
Give me 2 days, or maybe just one, to gather information. I will pay for your lodging until then, but do not leave the city, because I will seek you out still.
I have lodging, but take the
No,
2
no,
days.
no,
We'll
I
be
think-
sleeping for the 2 days.
No. I think it's okay. We'll accept the lodging because I think we should probably stay away from any ties we have here for the moment.
Why?
Okay.
Say slowly to Lisbeth, why would you do that?
I don't know. Well, you did say that the merchant doesn't seem to have anyone spying into him, but I don't think it will take too long for people like Hassan to find out we might have been behind this.
Of course. We saw them, they saw us.
Yeah.
Wink, wink.
So
Did
so
this.
I don't want the bar to go under. You can't, you know?
But it's such a nice place, though.
It is. That's why I want it to last longer.
I want to.
You have a
You
point.
know what? Let's go back to the good place. Because they will go look after us. So might as well be there when they go into our known location. Start interrogating the people that work under us.
All right. Okay. Well, I have mentioned
Plus, I want nice
my
bed.
misgivings, so if you guys are ready for it, then I will follow you all.
Yes. All right. Merchant, sir, we will be staying
Yes.
at the Golden Goblet if you need us.
Very well. He smiles at you and says, "You're staying at the Golden Goblet."
Indeed. We are
Curious.
the de facto managers of the Golden Goblet for the time being.
Is there something wrong with the Golden Goblet, sir?
No, I just find it curious that you would stay there after our last encounter in
Ah.
the area.
Well, you know, I kind of flick my hair. It's nothing for us, you know.
He smiles and says, "Indeed. Well, I'll have my guide see you out."
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Finally.
Yeah, let's go get some sleep.
Okay.
I almost
leave
have
the-
2 points of exhaustion.
You leave the 2 babies with the priestess. The dragon egg is with the merchant. and you eventually leave the citadel. You're guided down.
Last thing, we got the drugs as I said. They put them on the ground so we could go faster. Send the horses away. We also had a prisoner. One of the 8 I tried to get. We also
What?
put him.
The prisoner?
Don't worry about it. We put him on the ground near the drugs. So maybe if they couldn't fight them, we could get back to him. That they did, and instead of getting him back with them, they killed him. So maybe they don't know about. Maybe their men don't know their demons or something. So do that. Do with that what you will. Propaganda. I don't know. I'm going to say.
Thank you for the information. It will prove useful uh, during our investigation.
Okay.
Do the weird cursey everyone else does. Fuck. I go.
All right. Eventually, you all leave it. You go back to the Golden Goblet. The Golden Goblet is full with patrons, surprisingly, as you come back, but your rooms are left alone. So as you enter, you can see there's about 4 circular tables, a bar, and the fireplace roaring. 2 of the tables are full. 4 the other 2 look like they have tankards on them, but no patrons are there, so someone was there but are now in bed. It's early in the morning now, so the sun is rising. These people are day drinking, and some of this mess is probably from the night before. And as soon as you arrive there, your staff is there to help you. And it's when the city really starts to come alive. You hear the busyness outside, and you're now back in the Golden Goblet. What do you guys do?
They have a bouncer in the team.
No.
Why? Do we need one?
If someone gets rowdy and enters the sleep, I would have asked him to get him out fast. But well,
I'll deal with it. I'll find one. And then we'll go to the bar and just talk to the staff and check the. It's a vibe check basically.
The most one suitable that you would find is this tall guy that helped you with the curtains and your dress, the 6'1" guy.
Hey, how are things today? It's quite
Uh,
crowded, huh?
Yes, ma'am. Surprisingly good, ma'am. Actually, we had a lot of patrons come in. Is there anything I can do for you? You guys look a little bit roughed up.
Yeah, we've been on a mission. It's very hush hush. Don't talk about it.
Of course.
But one thing we noticed when we came in, there's no bouncers here.
I'm,
we need.
I'm sorry, bouncers.
Yeah, we with all these people, I think it would be prudent to hire a couple of guards, maybe.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So you
w-
get on that right away.
Oh, I will.
Yes, you
yes,
will.
ma'am.
Yes.
Um,
And they need to be, classy. No thugs off the street,
yes, ma'am.
Preferably trained soldiers. And they need to wear, whatever they wear, it needs to look good. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good.
So let me see if I get this right. To get 2 people to guard the entrance and also make sure nobody's rowdy. Make sure they're dressed well. The only question I'd have is, how much are we paying them? Like, I
Well-
receive about, in a month's pay, probably about 25 gold pieces. How much are we paying these guards?
25 gold per month.
A gold piece per day, roughly, is what he earns.
Well, let's hire for a week at a time. The kind of like a trial period to see if they match the establishment.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be 14 gold coins. Kind of like go into my pocket and just fix out. I give him 20 gold coins.
Yes, ma'am.
These 4 are for you if you do a good job. All right.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
will want them back if I'm not happy with the guards.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I'm going to sleep.
Good night, ma'am. You eventually go back up. You're all well rested. No events take place. You can click long rest if there's nothing else you want to do.
Ah,
I
I
open the
sleep in the
door,
bathtub.
get in, close it, boom.
All right.
Is there like a
Oh,
bathtub in here?
yeah. I think we have bathtubs in our rooms, right?
Yes, that's correct.
So I'm taking a
Ah.
long bath before I go to sleep.
Okay.
I was about to, but okay then. You
You
can
have your
go
own
on
room,
ahead.
your own bathroom.
It's
Oh
under.
wait, we
You
have
have
our own
time to do
room.
your 4 hours sleep before she's out.
Oh,
That's fair.
oh yeah, we have our own rooms. I forgot. Okay,
Mhm.
long rest.
You can join me if you want though. Like I don't mind. I like the company.
Nah, I don't like hot showers.
Ah, right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought Fridges was just a prude. All right.
Okay. Long
Long
rest.
rest.
Okay. Thankfully, everyone's able to rest. Really uneventful. There was a bit of noise downstairs, but not enough to wake you. But you definitely hear, as you're lulling off into sleep, some activity from the floor below. Uh, However, while everyone else is used to adventuring, Enderil and Brackmar and Lisbeth was able to go to sleep relatively quite easily. Frisbeth, however, has the hardest time doing so. You're down onto your bed. You wait for, after taking a cold shower for about an hour at least, you go onto your bed and you fall into this very soft velvet. As you go into your meditative trance, it's usually a couple of thought exercises that you run through to sort of fall into this meditative state. However, as you're resting, you see visions of an open field and more of those people you had burned to death. You could see the open fields flow and sway with beautiful wind, almost like an open sea, except it's grass. Slowly, each grass strand that's on the floor starts burning up and turning into ashes. Some of them falling down onto the floor as soot.
Your
And
mic.
some of those
Ian.
grass. Oh, dog. Good now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Some of the grass eventually turns into the faces of the people, and you hear their screams the entire time. You finish your meditative state drenched in sweat.
First thing I do, I open up to the page of Fireball and tear that page out.
All right. It's still there. It's still charged. It's not a scroll, but you get to do with it what you will.
Tear it off and just
Burn it.
I'll sell this probably. I'll sell this, but I can't. Oh,
So,
I would let me do a wisdom saving throw. Or maybe I could keep this. No.
Elizabeth, go ahead and click long rest. I don't think you have yet.
Should I keep it?
What does everybody else do? You
well,
awaken late into the afternoon this time.
I recover exhaustion as well, right?
Yes.
uh,
If you click long rest, it should take it away automatically. I don't know what D&D
There's-
Beyond
there's
Oh
can
no,
provide.
it had a tick box. It says
Okay.
requires food and something.
Food and drink.
we'll eat for breakfast.
Yeah.
But yeah, as soon as Enderil wakes up, she will go through her morning routine,
Mhm.
and when she's done, she will go and knock on Fridges' room.
Okay.
Does not respond.
Try the door.
Is it locked?
It's not locked.
Okay.
Open it. Fridges.
You saw her sitting on the ground, hovering over her spellbook.
Ring. Right. I the spell book and I kind of move in and. Are you okay?
Should I keep it or should I just? Why can't I make a decision?
What do you mean? What's going on, Fridges?
I should get rid of this, but inside there's this voice that just tells me to keep it.
Keep what?
The spell. Ugh. I saw them in my dreams. Like I saw them in my dreams. All 11 of them.
From last night. You mean
Last
the
night. Yes, last night.
pages? And do I see that she's ripped out the page?
It's in my hand.
Fridges, I want to tell you something. I came here now in order to convince you to tear out that page. I had been thinking about it a lot as well. And the fact that you did it before I could come here tells a lot. If you want, I can keep that page for you until later. All right, I'll keep it safe. I'll keep it hidden, so you don't need to think about it.
Just hand it over.
I quickly fold it and tuck it away, and I sit next to her, and I kind of let's just have like a off-screen girl talk.
All right. While that takes place, what does the rest of the party do?
I will wake up.
We didn't get any money from merchant yet, right? Because he said he's gonna pay us later,
Yeah.
even half of it. I'm gonna try and find Brackmar. I wanna ask him if he's Brackmar. I'm gonna knock on his door. I suppose he's there.
You hear the snoring.
I will kind of like wait like 5 minutes pacing about. Then I I write a piece of paper. I guess. Yeah. I don't think Elizabeth will be banging on his door so much because she just wanted to offer help. So she's going to write on the papers like, I think we need to re-equip you with proper armor. Let me know when you're awake. And then she slips the paper under the door. Shouldn't be that expensive, right? Right? I
Just
mean,
house gold, maybe.
hmm. But yeah, then I'm gonna go down and like have some food. It's like, oh. I still feel bad. I mean, Elizabeth feels quite bad for outing the horses like that. But, they had babies with them. And horses can become
Priorities.
food anyway.
This, yeah.
Alright. But yeah, just gonna go and get food and kind of probably wait until Brightma wakes up or something.
Gonna wake up, get my chainmail out, groggily, during 10 minutes. Throw it on the ground, slumps. It's still kind of wet from yesterday.
You slept in it?
Yeah. It's like, oh. There's a mix of sweat, rust, and blood all over me. Fucking smell. Just so we have one bath on each of our rooms.
Yep, that's correct.
Turn the water on. Get a pillow. And go in the bath.
Sleep.
Yeah.
You let your chainmail down, you ready your equipment, you go towards the bathroom. You notice just hanging underneath or at least just underneath your doorway, there's a small note as you're going towards the restroom or the shower, the tub.
I pick it up. It is not very literate, okay?
I figured.
10 minutes,
They're wrong. I have armor.
All right.
Right.
So Fridges, I just want to
Yeah.
say that I am sorry, okay? It's my fault. I was the one who told you to go buy that spell. And
No,
yeah, I feel responsible for it.
no,
And
no, 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 no. I
don't
don't think it's your responsible. It's my spell.
But
It's not.
I
It's
told you, I should have known. Like your name is Frigis, and you always use cold spells. I should have known.
I
It was
I
a
don't
lack of.
know, but I I think that there's some part of me that enjoys killing, and when when you when you when you encourage me to go by that spell, like that there's this other me that grows.
Hmm, I see. Well, you know, it won't happen again. If I want you to buy a spell, I will buy. I will want you to buy like uh illusion spell,
Yeah,
enchantments.
or other stuff like party tricks, right? Fireworks, or more, maybe not
No,
fireworks.
maybe not fireworks. But yeah, yeah, yeah.
Me? All I can think of is ways to kill people.
Well, to be fair, we have killed a lot of people. But so long as we kill the bad people, we make the world a better place, right?
I feel like
Ooh,
that's debatable, but
ooh.
okay.
I kind of like fish the flute out of my, which I have around my neck, and I test it a little bit, find some tunes. I just got a good idea for a new story. And I practice a little bit, and I kind of, together with Fridges, I kind of make a new story about this ice queen that tried its best to be that so good, but had some kind of darkness underlying. And if Fridges is willing, we'll spend some time working on that.
How maybe the song could be "How Can I Be So Bad at Being Good?"
That's a good title.
Yeah, maybe I could maybe I could do some arrangement with your minor illusion. It could enhance
Yeah,
your theme.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It feels good to be bad. It's a good title term.
really? It feels good to be bad. Really?
That's
Maybe
an
we
Well,
can work on.
awesome title, though.
Maybe we can work on the. Maybe you can work on the title, but yeah,
So,
maybe it's a good therapy session too.
yeah, I think so. So we'll spend like the whole morning just making each other try to feel better.
sure. So Brackmar's in his room. Lisbeth's already downstairs. You've had a full breakfast, Lisbeth. You had a choice between, as usual, rabbit stew, fish, or bear cakes.
Ugh, bear cakes.
You're still muted, Nelly.
Hang on, I was opening back my notes. I will go with the bear cake.
All right. So Brackmar, you're in the shower. You begin to hear the sound of a flute coming from nearby, and you could tell from how it's played, it's definitely Enderal.
Yeah, I remember. So I'm there like thinking I will be here for like 2 hours to soothe the bruises. Then after 5, I remember that I'm extremely hungry, and at the same time I start hearing her music. Well, time to get out. I go downstairs to it.
All right. You also hear Frigis and Enderal. Brackmar coming out of his room, as it's quite a unique sound. There's no other half orcs in the area, and he's definitely the biggest patron so far.
Ragnar, you hear the flute suddenly stop as you walk past the room. Wait a little bit until you're down the stairs, and then start up again.
He doesn't like music as well.
Um, I think I don't think so.
Maybe
He's
you could maybe you could play something from his shamanistic religion.
I mean, I have the drums. I think they only use drums in the swamps. I don't know.
You could do
Yep.
maybe you could do the exotic chanting like well that's-
Some throat singing maybe.
yeah. Just
You know,
make
I
up a
think
language or whatever.
I don't know if it's music he hates or if it's me he doesn't like, but you know.
Your
Why
music.
don't we go and ask him? Hey, Blackmore, what kind of music you like?
Nah. The
You hear
good
him
one.
going down the stairs, like half a second, his footstep stops and then just keeps going.
Please, please don't. Let's just leave him be for a while.
Yeah, he tired, man.
Yeah. All right, right. So what do you think about this overture? And I.
Hmm, maybe you could play less and then build it up a little bit more.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of like, and I do whatever
Yeah,
it
yeah,
is
yeah,
that we
yeah, yeah. Similar to that. I'll write some counterpoints and we'll be good to go.
Oh, cool. I like this.
All right.
Yeah.
So Brackmar, you hear them
I might
talking
actually
about you
make
for a
this
second
something.
there. But coming down, you notice that the only person here is Lisbeth, and also the lady with the pixie cut that was talking to you, or at least the one talking to people inside the golden goblet. What do you do?
Was the girl with
I
the
just
pixie cup the one who had to go find Bouncer, or is that a different person?
The one
was like,
who look for bouncer is a what do you call this?
Sorry,
Is the
tall
guy,
Bratmore.
guy.
the tall guy.
Okay, tall guy. Okay, thank you.
Pixie cut girl is the one who's been serving you this whole time. What do you do? Only two of you so far are on the first floor.
I just have whatever is being done.
Okay. You sit down in front of Lisbeth. You're also served a bear cake then, which is a +2 strength until your next long rest.
When Bragmar sits in front of me, I sort of like perk up and straighten up a bit. It's like, oh, Bragmar, did you get my message?
Yeah. It was about armor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have armor.
I mean, is it sufficient? Because you know that
Yeah.
we're probably going to be. I know I was the one who actually fell in the battlefield.
Yeah, I noticed.
Ah, but yeah, I was wondering if you needed a new one. Perhaps I can, you know, help a bit, though I only have a few hundred.
Nah, no need. Don't worry. You see. And I go back into an explication about luck.
Okay.
The thing is, we used it with the rain. You know, I talked about luck water, but now it's rain. So the luck always connects. It
Okay,
always
all
works.
right.
Totally.
I
And
understand.
now, if you help me, I will be in the negatives. I don't want that because it means you're unlucky. So just, I'm fine.
And like low-key wondering
Trust
if
me.
I should feel offended because like he just called me unlucky.
No, I
But
said if you
yeah.
help me, you will give me luck.
Yeah. All right,
But
all
then
right.
I will be unlucky because it's a surplus I'm not supposed to have. It will counterbalance.
Okay. Like, yeah, Elizabeth will nod, and her eyes are still darting about the table. It's like, okay, I think I understand what he's talking about.
I'm talking about that for like
Yeah.
45 minutes.
Regret. And where
You
is
can
Enderal?
Elizabeth just wanted to help, and then she gets lectured about the weave and luck.
I only wanted to help. Okay, yeah. So
All
yeah.
right. After 45 minutes of going through the conversation about the weave, the main door to the golden goblet suddenly opens up, and there's this not tall, he's relatively short, about 5'5", of a person. He's got really long, smooth hair, almost like a female, and he's accompanied by two guards of the citadel. And he darts around. He notices your table.
You break your mic again.
I'm gonna mute first. Now?
The muting doesn't seem to help.
Oh, it doesn't?
Yeah,
Dog.
probably because it's the connector, but
Yeah, it's a
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
You
sorry.
need to mute on Discord, but it's fine.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'll just buy a mic for next session.
Yay! Shopping! 11/11 sale.
11/11 sale. It's true.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, the door opens. There's this relatively short guy, 5'5". He's got long hair, smooth, almost like a female. Falls down to his like just below his breast, and he's dressed in very thick leather clothing. If you imagine like a poor guy from 70s London, he looks like that with gloves, with fingerless gloves. And he comes closer to you, and then he says, "So, are you the ones who require a tracker?"
Yeah, I looked to Brakmar like, what did we?
Forgive me, my manners. I have forgotten. My name is Tagapagabantay.
Tagapagab.
Takabaka Bankai.
Bankai?
That's what I heard.
Taga?
My name is Tagapagabantay,
Ah,
and
Bantai.
I am the tracker from the merchant,
Ah.
and I have the information you seek.
Okay.
After 45 minutes, are we still talking, Bridges?
Well,
I mean,
if
this
you're
is
not
takes a
down
long
yet,
time to make.
if you're not
We're
down
still
yet,
upstairs.
Elizabeth will be good. Okay. Okay. Can you take a seat first, Mr. Taga? I will go and fetch the rest of our party, if you don't mind. Alright, and I
Just very
will
left
go up.
alone and say, "Do you wanna eat?"
I will have milk.
Alright, I go up and like knock on. I will go to Enrol's door and then realize it's quiet and the noise is coming from Bridges' door. And I'll hit there and it's like knock knock knock. Guys, are you both in there? I suppose. We have a guest.
Oh,
Ah,
are they the
maybe
two
we can-
bouncers?
He calls himself a tracker from the merchant. He has a fancily long name. But he seems to accept me calling him Taga.
Let's
Yeah, he's alone
Get
with
this
Brakmar right
this
now.
later.
we
Actually, we are out of paper. Maybe I could fetch a new paper, like with 5 lines. I don't know what that's called. Yeah, maybe we can fetch those papers later.
yes. Let's go down and see this tracker.
Mhm.
Okay. As
I
you guys.
jumped off from the balcony.
Oh, okay.
Fancy.
All right. So you arrive outside the Golden Goblet? If you're jumping from the balcony?
I thought. Yeah.
I thought it was faster.
All right. She arrives from the main gate. Where does Enderil come from?
The stairs, like a proper human.
All right. Elizabeth and Enderil come down the stairs. You already see Brakmar sitting alongside this individual. With you hear the footsteps of Frigis as she lands outside and enters the main door. You all gather around this small circular table, and you see this guy as he receives his milk. He's rather burly. He's not muscular. He's got muscle on him, but it looks like it's covered with a layer of fat, like a like a carpenter who drinks too much is what he looks like. He drinks
Beer
his
belly.
milk. Yeah, beer belly. He looks at you and he says, "Ah, welcome." He greets you, "Welcome to your own establishment."
Welcome to yourself. And I grab a chair and I sit down. I order a glass of wine.
I am. Oh, sorry. Let me introduce myself. My name is Tagapagbantay, and I.
Hot tie.
Sorry, is my name too much to speak?
And I
No,
call
no.
you Pad Thai.
No, it's okay. My white
Tagapagpatay.
man name is Tucker.
Tucker. Tucker.
Tucker the tracker.
Thank you. Tucker.
Yes, you can call me Tucker.
apologize for needing you to use your white man name.
It is uncommon here for people to be able to speak my real name, Tagapagbantay.
What race was he again?
I'm sorry?
What
He's human,
race?
for sure.
Human, okay.
He's a
Well,
little bit
okay.
flat nosed, a little bit tan, not too much, but he's got very long, beautiful hair.
So it's like he looks like a red Indian or something.
Sure, if you
Native
want.
American.
Sure.
Okay.
A little bit more Asian looking, but yes.
Okay.
Well, welcome to our fine establishment, Dagabon Patay.
It's okay. You can call me Tucker.
Very well, Tucker. Um, you're not hungry? You don't want anything to eat? I'll call from the kitchen.
No, it is all right. This glass of milk will serve me fine. I have come, and he puts his hair back behind his ear, bearing some news. I went to the place Lord Merchant said you had come from,
Oh,
and
the
I saw the
horses.
horses. Indeed, I saw them, and they were clawed to pieces like nothing I have seen. No bear or jaguar would be able to do such. And oddly enough, none of its organs went missing, meaning the creature did not eat. So I was led to suspect that this was out of hate. After a few more minutes of investigating, I was able to find the corpse of a man by a rock. Thankfully, it had not yet decomposed, and I was able to talk to its spirits, and it had given me information of that which you seek. His man was named under Lucim, and he was looking for a child in the boxes which you had brought back, or at least one of the children you had brought back. He says he had worked for these people, and he knows where the three people you had described are staying: Hassan, Mordu, and Isaac. What's his name again? Morju, sorry.
Morju?
Yes, the Dragonborn.
Okay.
Wait,
I
you,
now know where they reside.
you spoke to the dead guy?
Yes, it is a skill from my people,
Yeah.
that
Oh.
if your body is still on this earth, you are still connected somewhat, and you're able to share me stories from your life.
Yes, I do believe there is a skill or a spell to do that as well. Though there were requirements, I'm glad that that was a possibility with him.
Indeed.
So you learned the location of these three.
I believe I have, yes. I was instructed to inform you by Lord Gillingham himself.
Did the man Lucim say what kind of child? Did he describe the child in any formal way?
A beautiful child, he said. He was to keep him safe, was all that I heard.
I see.
A chosen child, blessed with skill and beauty.
Ah, that the blonde one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He
Okay,
was supposed to protect it.
well, they are safe now, I think. So, where are these three? Hassan, Morju, and Isaac.
Well, are you ready? Take you to them now, I can.
Well, are we?
Might as
Ac-
well.
And their little stomachs grumbles.
Oh
Could use
yeah,
some
we haven't.
meat.
Oh yeah, we haven't eat yet. Oh my god.
Chicken.
Ah.
Rabbit stew,
Yeah.
bear cake, and fish.
Rabbit stew for me, please.
Fish.
Alright. Concentration checks.
Wait, what?
Concentration.
Ah,
Constitution.
A constitution. Why did I say concentration?
That's the fish.
Yeah. If you'd like, I can show you now. The information is still fresh, so I'm sure they have not yet left. Or if they have, we would not be far behind.
I look around the table. Brakmar, go up and fetch your armor.
Yeah, I'm going. We suck at finding jobs, guys. Way too hard. It's not worth. Just slow, like one step at a time.
This is
All
the
right.
breakthrough
Hop.
we've been waiting for. Once we're done
Normally,
with this job, yeah.
yeah, nah.
Once we're done with this job, I'm sure Brakmar would be very happy when we get that writ. I think it'll be good.
Yeah.
As long as you
Literally
are
don't care about it.
Even he has to like something like that.
Maybe, or maybe we could decorate the place, like make it swampy.
Oh no.
I don't know. Maybe he misses home. That's why he's grumpy all the time.
It's true. That may be why.
My
Or we
only
just
advice is to bring all that you need, because the spirit had told me he expects great a warrior to face in the place that they reside.
well, I'm sure we can handle it. We've done worse, right? Right?
Maybe.
I heard.
We can probably
Maybe.
take them on, but not together. Though, will you be with Are you to lend us a hand? Should we get into a battle?
Yes, I am skilled with a knife and a bow.
Alright, that will be very useful.
Although I am shorter than your kind, I will have to stay behind. Like, he just stays in the back row, is basically what he's saying.
Um,
He's not very athletic up front.
yeah. So does I.
So do I.
Oh no. It seems that we need more people to face
Don't
the
worry,
front.
don't worry. That half orc, he is the shit. Alright? He will take care of anyone who gets too close. And Lisbeth here, she's pretty good too. She can
I will
handle
get them
herself in
there
fights.
safely so we can take them by surprise.
I agree.
Coming down, even more noise because I have the big staff. Boom, boom, boom.
Mister,
Okay.
are you ready?
Yeah.
Ready?
We can spend a bit more time to get ready, but I suggest we leave within the hour.
What time is it
That's
right
what-
now?
Waste is a chance for them to escape.
Yes.
What time is it right now? It's still morning, right? The shop,
Oh,
tavern.
it's night.
No wait, sorry, it's
Well,
night, sorry.
He slept in the morning, so it's about like 4 or 5 p.m.
But no one is in the tavern, okay,
Oh,
sorry.
not night. So, good point. I will go to the kitchen. Do you have fruits in the pantry?
Sure. Mostly cheeses and dried meat, but you do have fruits. Grapes, apples, and some oranges.
Yeah. I will take like 5 oranges. Okay, I'm ready.
Hey. So wait a minute, Tucker, tell us a little bit about the place we're going.
It is past the plains where you had gone.
Oh,
From his
okay.
memories, I have seen a small pond. But even further back, he describes a place where two trees cross one another, and they have created this barricade for them to stay. It
So it's
is quite
above ground.
obvious. Yes,
Okay.
they have made a small, for lack of a word, a settlement where they have stayed to gather all shipments being sent from here.
Okay.
Although Lucim did not join them for long. He only knows where to go as he said he was hoping to find where they would be keeping all the other children.
Hmm. Okay, are there fortifications, walls?
Spiked walls, yes. And I was told there would be a total of 12 men.
Oh. We can take care of that, right?
Yeah, and I'm
Yeah.
eating oranges, but I don't remove the skin.
Isn't that hard to chew?
No.
Yeah, sure, you have strong jaw.
Yes.
I'm just attaching my bowstring and preparing my gear at this point.
He looks at your bow and he says, "Oh, I like your bow.
Oh, thank you. I like yours too.
May I
Although
see yours?"
I hand it over and it's painted white, like I did.
His is much shorter. And there's
Oh,
just it's a wooden bow. It's not even like good craftsmanship. It's a little bit crooked. And just
short
on
bow.
the front, yeah, short bow. Where there's two at front, it looks like there's just two daggers tied around.
I see. I
I
take it
rate
and I just kind of like draw it. I'm like, it's a decent bow.
decent. It is great. The spirits of my father and father's father and father's father's father resides in that bow.
Well, damn.
I had to replace the string multiple times, but the spirit is still there.
Right.
Then it's a fantastic bow.
It looks quite bad. Like the balance and everything doesn't seem to be quite great.
Well, I take my bow back.
Uh,
And I'm ready.
Tucker, where's the closest general store is? I would like to buy some potion in case we need it.
Good idea.
For potions, I would suggest going towards the mercantile district. There should be one there. But also, if we're traveling east, then maybe we can just travel towards the eastern end and find what is called Aaron and Erard's vault. We can pass by it on the way.
Let's do that
Right.
then.
Let's do it.
You all want to do that?
Potions
Okay,
would
then.
come in handy.
Give me another second. I go back in the kitchen. Get bread, sausage, and cheese.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna be waiting a long time.
All
Oh,
right.
and should we just take the carriage? It's a long trek out there. Like I have a horse and a carriage.
We can take a horse, but a carriage might give away our position.
Oh, of course. Well, we only have one horse, so I don't know how useful that'll be.
We can ask from Lord Gillingham. Have you not tried?
We lost a couple of his horses, not
Ah,
sure.
yes, so the horses were yours.
Indeed.
Is
But,
We can probably ask for more.
okay.
If you could ask, maybe that would be helpful.
I will try.
All right, we'll
If
meet you by the store then.
Very well. Eventually, you all gather your equipment. He tells you where the store is. It's just a couple of minutes away from the eastern exit, and it's quite obvious. It's a store that has a very different shaped door. It looks like it's a vault, like a submarine vault, on the front gate, and you have to twist it to open. On the inside, it looks like it's designed with metal. It's owned by two people called Aaron and Erard. You can tell from the signpost, and they're twins. They look exactly the same. Both 5'9", super pale people, and they just look at you and in sync say, "How may I help you?"
Are they handsome?
Not really.
Okay.
Kind of dweeby.
do you have a chair?
Yes, there's a chair over there. Also, there's a
Okay.
chair over there.
That in one of I raided the pantry because they probably serve like the same like amount of food. I need way more.
All right.
Brackmar, you know we have to kind of pay for that, right?
Huh?
Huh?
Isn't it our shop?
Well, but never mind.
Are these two the same that we met at the Silver Spoon?
No. Those were a little bit Latino looking. These guys look like a couple of
Friendlier?
16-year-old white boys.
Uh,
American white boys.
oh, do you
So,
have a
yeah.
do you have a potion of healing?
If you're looking for potions, yes, we have a couple. We have a potion of healing greater. We have some common and some lesser. But we do have a special promotion. If you buy 2 of the same object, the second item is half price. That is the specialty of Aran and Erard, because we know buying 2 is better than 1.
That's a
That
great
means-
motto.
Yeah.
How much does the lesser healing potion cost?
What kind are you looking for? We have the lesser, the common, and the
lesser?
greater. The
Oh,
lesser
we-
is 25 each, but of course, as you buy the second one, we'll round it off to only 40.
How much does the lesser one heal?
If you
The
were to buy
D4?
one, it would be 25.
Well, is it 2d4 plus 2? The lesser
1d4
one?
plus 2.
1d4.
Plus 2.
Well, what about the common potions?
The common is 50, so if you were to buy 2, it would only be 75.
I think that's a good idea.
I'll
We have
take
2
two
in stock,
lesser.
4 of each. We have 4 lesser, 4 common, and 4 greater.
I will
Greater
have
roll.
2 lesser, please.
That will be 40 gold. Thank you very much.
40 gold.
Hey, Brackmar, let's pitch
Yeah.
in for two common healing potions.
Oh.
I throw you my money sack,
Do you have?
and you think it's heavy, but then it just plop.
That's okay.
There's
I can
22
chip in.
gold, 11 silver, and 9 copper inside.
Oh.
Feel free to take it.
I can contribute a bit. I'll give 100
just
gold.
take- Oh, okay.
Yep. Wait, how many do we need?
Well, I just throw it back to you then, Brackmar.
I'm eating sausage.
On the wall behind you. Okay, so we'll buy 2 common then, Lisbeth. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Or how much is the greater one?
The greater one is about 125, but of course, buying both, next one will be 60, so you can buy everything for 185.
Let's say 150, alright? That's a
That's a little bit too cheap. But you know what? Buying 2 is better than 1, so roll for persuasion.
Okay. So I pass you my 100 already.
Okay. 22.
You know what? Considering you're already buying some of the lesser and common, 6 items are better than none, so we'll get the last one for 150 for 2.
Nice.
Dog, that high persuasion.
Okay, so hold on. Fridges, you already bought the lesser ones, right?
Yeah.
So 2 common was 75. 2 greater,
225 for the 2 normal and the 2 big.
225. So I don't think I can't afford the 2 common ones, but I'll take the 2 greater ones.
So you'll be buying 4 items in total, correct?
Correct.
Then I'll take the last one for 160.
All right, 160. I give him your 100, Lisbeth, and I will subtract 60 from me. I'm so broke right now. And
Anything else and the other one finishes the sentence, interested in?
I give Lisbeth 1 greater healing, and I keep 1 for myself. Well, actually, I give Brackmar a greater healing potion, and I ask kindly from Frigis if I can have a lesser one.
Yeah.
So 1 greater
Okay.
for me and 1 greater for Brackmar. Okay.
Yes.
I mean,
Um,
I'm a healer. I should be able to heal myself and not die. Such.
so what else do you have?
I'm glad that you asked. We have a wide arrangement and assortments of different things. But right now, this just came in. We are selling a wand of levitation. Ever wanted to fly? Now you can, but only at very slow speeds.
I would like that. How much is it?
I don't know, brother. How much do you think it will be? I think it's quite expensive. I think we'll be able to let go of this for, and both of them in unison, 2,000 gold. But you
And
know,
they're
we
just kind of, and they're kind of just freezes, like, oh.
it recharges.
Well,
You can fly every day if you'd like.
well, let's. Do you know the merchant, Lord Gillingham?
Well, yes, of course I know the Lord Merchant.
So the thing is, like, we are in his employ right now.
Oh, great. So
And
that means you have money to pay.
well, the thing is, we will have money to pay in a few days, maybe a week.
Oh, I've heard
Tell
the
you what.
story before. How
Tell
do
you
I know
what.
you're telling the truth?
Tell you what. You give us the wand right now. We will put in a very good word with you to Lord
This is the
Gillingham.
same as people saying, you know, do my art. I'll give you
Yeah.
exposure.
I'll pay in exposure. And then you'll get
I'm
more
going to go
sales.
for persuasion with disadvantage on this one.
Give me your car, I'll give you exposure.
Oh boy.
Oh, you.
Disadvantage 25.
Oh.
The go attack.
Okay, I guess I have to roll for that then.
Professional Instagram model.
Oh.
They have
Okay.
advantage. They are two people.
It
What?
looks like we lose down. No, this is advantage of
Okay.
15, and they have a +6 to the modifier, so it's a 21. So like, do you really know the Lord Merchant?
Of course. Could you look at me? Like I'm dressed in my fabulous clothes, as you know, and just straight back, looking as regal as I can. Of course, I know the Lord Merchant, Lord Gillingham.
Well, so we'd like the exposure for sure, but what if, because we're running a business, we can't run broke. You pay the 500 now, and sign that you'll pay the rest later.
1 second. Huddle together. Do you guys have
I
500
have
gold?
I have
Definitely
200.
not.
What did you say, Lisbeth?
I have 200.
Oh shit.
I
You
have
guys, you
20.
guys got plat.
We
Oh yeah,
we
that's right. We have those 10 platinum. I forgot to add
That's
them.
100 gold.
I have 1 platinum.
Yeah, I'm just gonna add those 10 platinum to my cash now.
So that's
Okay, so I
300.
have.
We can return the potion of greater healings.
Let me extend you yet another counter offer. All right. When we receive our promised land south of here, we will open up a branch office of your brand in our little settlement. You will receive a fair percentage of the proceedings from that office, from that store. And I'm just gonna go on for at least like 10 minutes, just explaining all the benefits it would be to have another shop in the vicinity.
And Andrew, I don't think this is worth it. Maybe you should just. Maybe we could just.
With
Do
such a
do
high
you
roll,
really need it?
with 25 versus their 21, he goes, how about you pay right now what you can? We'll take you up on your offer of putting up another store in whatever place you might have, assuming you tell the truth. But instead of us getting a cut, we stay there rent free, and you get 1% of all profits.
5%.
3.
I look at the other ones. How do you guys
I'm-
look like at this point?
That's more than
I'm in
one.
the far back corner eating because I knew this would happen.
Bridges?
I do not. I didn't pay attention in the economics class.
But
I
yeah,
don't know. I guess we've come this far. We might as well do it, right?
do we
Walk of
actually need
inflation.
this? Do you need this? Or is there a better thing you could ask for?
But before
What
you
else
guys
do you?
decide, I have two other things. One, this is a new medicine coming in from the east. They call this not opium. They call this a panacea.
Ah,
So they say that they can cure whatever it is that you're ailed for. We're not so sure. We've never tried it ourselves yet. Both Aaron and Aaron, when they look at each other, we've never gotten sick. So we've got pretty good constitutions. But might come useful to you. Very cheap. It's about only 15 gold pieces, but it is a one-time pill.
okay.
What's the
And
other thing that you have?
The last one is given to us recently, actually, by the scholar himself, or at least one of his people. They've been working on the technology in the city so far, and they say this crystal, and he pulls out a small diamond, and it has a red stain in the middle of it. They say this crystal has the ability to ward death. Now, we're not sure how it works. We're not exactly sure if it works, but coming from such an astute university, I'm sure it does. But you'd understand why we wouldn't want to try. So, how about you also consider buying this? Normally, it's about a 500 gold piece price, but seeing that it's never been tested, we're willing to go down to 200. It's called Crystal of Warding Death.
Who created it again?
One of the
Scholars.
people by the scholars,
Oh.
you
hey,
know, the
Fridges,
five baronets. There's the
Uh,
judge, the merchant. There's one of them
Alright,
called.
okay. Alright,
hey,
the
Fridges,
scholar.
can you identify that item?
Yeah, I looked at fridges. Have you heard of anything like this?
No. I could
I'm the far
try,
off
but
corner. I just swallow what I'm eating. Guys, none of, they don't sell Lucky Charms. This store is whack. Can we go?
5 more minutes, Blackmore. 5 more minutes.
I
The
could
adults
try,
were.
but it would
Adults are
take
talking.
11 but it would take 11 minutes because
You,
I didn't prepare it.
you can take a look if you'd like. It's in a glass case, so he gives you like a box with a glass top, so you can look into it, but you can't touch it. It's enough to cast Identify on if you'd like.
10 more minutes, Blackmore.
11 minutes to be exact.
I'm not surprised.
Uh,
I get my water skin out.
I start opening up my spell book and do the identify ritual. Show me your secrets.
All right. So, are you going to be buying the potions? Or are you going to be buying the wand?
Yeah,
Panacea?
we already paid for the potions, so those we have already.
What about our agreement on the wand of levitation?
Well, let's see what my wizard friend here says first. We will definitely take the Panacea pill.
Good, good. Are you going to
I
buy
just
two? Because one's only 15, but two of them is only 22.
fine. I'll take 2.
Always a pleasure. Always
So
remember, two is better than
22.
one.
Yes, yes, of course. And I subtracted, so I gave him 22 gold.
Hmm.
And
Eventually, while you're waiting for just to finish identification, Brackmar, you hear the sound of horses coming from outside. And Tucker from there sees you. He waves at the window and he says, "Oh, I have horses.
I have oranges.
I see." Frid just
all
finishes
right.
identification. It's not a spell, but its effects is very similar to an orc's relentless.
Mm.
So if
Mm-hmm.
you were to get dropped to 0, instead you will be dropped to 1, and the gem will shatter.
So it's a death ward.
Yeah, diff one.
Okay. Well, do you think we should take it, Fridges?
It
How much did they say? 200 gold?
200. It is very useful, and it's not a phony ones. It's not
Yeah.
You know
definitely
this was
definitely
legit.
not fake.
Like I think it would be advantageous to us if Lisbeth had it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Lisbeth, I need 100 gold. Take 100 gold from Lisbeth.
I
I dig out
pass.
10 platinum, and we buy the gem.
All right. So what about the wand? The
Well,
original agreement is you pay what you can. The rest will charge the Lord Gillingham, or you pay when you come back. But really, I think we'll just charge Lord Gillingham. And also, we put a store in wherever you put up your place, and we get free lodging. You get 1%, 3% profit.
well, you know, I really like you guys. I think you guys run an amazing business here, and I would be delighted to have further business ventures with you guys. But we'll pass on the wand for now.
All right, suit yourself.
We'll be in touch,
Be
though.
flying high.
Well, yeah, but later. All right.
All
I'll
right.
be back.
All right. Hopefully, it's still here when you come back. It puts it away.
It's a one-time use, right? The
It's
crystal?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So we have 2 of those Panacea things. They can cure
Yes.
about just about everything, right? Every
That's
condition.
what they say.
Who should take it? Brackmar?
You could.
No,
Just-
I'm good.
You ever
Okay,
watch
Elizabeth?
like Dragon Ball, the magic beans they got?
Oh,
Sensu bean?
sensu bean.
It's sensu bean. It's similar. So eat it and then you're fine.
Well, I would like to have one. I'll keep them both. I just
Yeah, I
have them in the
think you
box.
should hold on to it.
Yeah. Panacea. It's not. Doesn't exist.
I'll add it. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I don't know
Right.
why I didn't put it in. I already had this ready for 3 weeks.
Oh.
Okay.
All right. I just wave goodbye to the twins. We go outside.
Pleasure doing
on, Brackmar.
business with you. And they wave bye.
Pleasure doing business with you. Walk out.
I wave, and once we're out, guys, they don't have Lucky Charms. That's a bad store.
We just identified it. All right. It's legit. It's legit.
I
Sure.
think Lucky Charms. I mean, you could make our Lucky Charms. You are our Lucky Charm, right, Blackmore?
Always need
Yeah,
more.
Luck charm
that's
is what
how it
you
works.
seek. I have one spare of left rabbit foot.
Oh, that's good, right? Brackmar?
It's yours. It's yours.
Are you sure? I have 2
Yes.
left feet.
What?
Double the
for it.
luck, right? You
Yes.
keep it. It's fine.
We
Very
don't want
Guys,
to. Like
Once we're
me trying
finished,
to-
we take a 1 week long vacation. You don't understand anything about luck. I'm gonna explain.
Okay, Brackmar, whatever you say. When we're finished with this, we will have our own land to take the vacation on.
Sure.
Right.
There's like a
Are these
meal, right?
What?
On the land, there's just 1 meal, and that's it.
It's like
1 mil, a
yeah.
building. It's functionable, but of course it needs to be renovated a little bit.
It
I
will
still
be
don't
amazing.
get why. I still don't get why it's a big deal. Like, sure.
It's amazing. We'll make something big out of it. All right.
Okay.
Which horse is mine?
They all look very similar, except for one horse, which is they're all relatively gray. One horse is browner though.
I take the
I
brown one.
think this one should be yours. This looks like cupcake for some reason.
Yeah, yeah. I pat it on the face or wherever you pat the horse.
I think I will name you Muffin. Ain't that right, Muffin?
Doesn't it have a name?
Yeah, not really.
Okay, Muffin it is.
You shouldn't name things that might die.
I'm gonna ask Tucker, do you have anything that we can use to incentivize the horses? Carrots or so? Because
Oh,
we
the
needed
furry.
to push them before and they couldn't, so that's why we had to abandon the horses.
you have me. Back home, they call me the Horse Whisperer.
I guess that would help a lot. Thank you. Then
I don't know why whispering to horses would make a difference, but fine.
You will see the ways of the animals, my friend. He's super spooky about
Yeah.
Yes.
And
I'm
then I
like
just kinda
finally
knock-
a reasonable person. Damn.
If we
Maybe I
travel,
will see that way as well.
I will show you the way. If we travel now, we can make it after probably 6 hours of riding. So I hope you are well rested.
Yes, we are.
Do you know the way, Tucker?
The spirits will guide me.
Amen.
Hmm. So you do know the way, okay.
Yes.
I just look over to Lisbeth and Frigis and I was like, "Ah, men.
All right, you're all women in this campaign. Eventually, you hop on the horses, and he takes you past the area where the horses were originally slain. You see the bloodstains down on the floor, but the horses are no longer there. You also don't see the corpse onto the rock where it was originally, but of course, you see the scratch marks where these demons had slit his throat and ravaged his body. You go past the open fields again. It's getting late at night, similar to when you were running away from them. You go past the pool, not pool, the pond, and he takes you even further still, and you travel for 2 more hours past that area, and you find what looks to be a small settlement with spiked walls going around and 3 huts. Not huts, more like tents, a temporary base that they have set. And you're standing on a slightly higher ground, about 20 feet above it, and a total distance of about 200 feet. Nobody sees you as you just emerge from very, very loose woods, and you're standing right down onto it. You see some smoke coming from the tents. The time is now 2 hours past midnight, and you can see that there are some campfires lit. You don't see any activity from the outside, and Tucker tells you that the tent that is bigger than the two, the one in the middle, is where the three will be found: Isaac, Morju, and Hassan. Are you ready?
I cast
do
make
it.
armor.
I guess.
I
Brakmar and
don't.
Enrol.
I'm ready.
Brakmar, do you respond?
Let's not die.
We best get down our horses. And he goes down and whispers to them, and they sort of trot off far away from you. And he says, maybe we will have the element of surprise. Let us not
Yes.
enter through the main entrance. Let us go around, and I will
So
have the
smart.
spirits guide your feet. He casts
Yeah.
Pass Without a Trace on you guys.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh, he is
The
Ah.
very
spirits are
smart.
with us.
I pull up the hood in any case.
Yeah.
But I don't see the spirits, Pepper. Where are they?
You don't see them because you don't deserve to see them.
What?
Shh, guys. Quiet.
Yes, yes.
Let the spirits guide us. We should be quick. So the party goes down slowly, trudging across not as high of a grassland in this area. It's only up to your ankles. But as you walk through, you feel that your sound is absolutely muffled. The sound of the grass that's underneath your feet don't even crunch. And you're finding your way to go from behind rather than the main entrance of the settlement itself.
You bricked your mic, 1, and 2, as we go forth, I'm like,
We are horrified.
Oh god.
you do a lot of echoing.
Yeah,
What-
but not now. It's done.
It's okay. We managed to survive for most parts of the game.
Yeah,
It's just a bit more. 11:11. Sale. Sorry, the time was 11:11 here. It's 10:11 there.
I get my I'm near the top with the guide Tucker. Check this out, and I get just 1 die and drop it in the palm of my hand as we're walking, and 2 fall with one of the being a shadow. And the question I'm asking is, as I have my eyes closed, is, keep following Tucker. Good,
Uh,
bad, both.
I forgot what it's called, but it's
Wheel,
good.
wheel or woe?
It's
Yeah.
wheel, I think. Good.
I close my other hand back where the dice fell. There's only one. It's back in my little pouch. The spirits to guide us. Go. I'm pumped now.
All right. Going from behind, you notice that on the barricade there's sort of two that overlap, allowing a very small hole to go through. You assume the smaller women, such as Phrygia and Enderold, would be able to go through without much issue, but wearing heavy armor, Brackmar and Lisbeth would have a little bit more difficulty skimming through it. What do you guys do?
Can we widen the gap a little bit?
Not without arousing much noise.
And this is like the only entrance on this side of the wall.
That's the only gap that could be entered through.
Stay here for a minute. I will go inside and have a look. And I just disappear through the gap.
You go through the gap.
I summon my echo.
Oh, nice. Okay.
It's just above the opening, so they don't see it from the other side. But if he needs to, he will be able to go through.
Endero goes through, the others stay behind. And from here, you could tell that in the tents, there's one immediately left to you. There's one in the middle, which has the main campfire, and one at the very end, which would have been the main entrance. And the tent that you're in, you notice it has, from afar, just peering through, doesn't require you to even roll perception. It's mostly open. A lot of crates and about 4 men asleep on the floor.
Okay, so the gap in the wall leads straight into a tent?
Beside a tent.
Okay,
so you can
and I
imagine
can look
this is
inside
the
it.
opening, there's a tent right here.
Okay, and there's 4 people sleeping there.
Yes.
And I pair on the other side, the other tents, the campfires. Are people walking around?
There seems to be some people walking around by the main entrance on the third tent. So there's one right next to you, one in the middle, one the furthest away. The one furthest away has some people walking and standing.
Okay. I go back and there's 4 people sleeping right next to her, but I think with Tucker's spell, I think we can be quiet enough to pass through.
Should we?
Hmm?
Should we go in with you or?
Yeah, we need to go inside, and we can quietly kill the people sleeping. If you guys don't mind that.
I think once we kill one, the rest will. Unless are we casting silence?
No, we have
Cast
pass without a
silence.
trace.
Yeah, but when we kill one, they will somehow cry out, won't they? From pain?
You know, if you want to incapacitate someone and not kill them, you can just break the pelvis. They
will
won't move after that.
They will still cry.
Yeah, I think.
Yes.
And wake the
They will
others.
cry anyway.
If we could have silence, we might be able to last longer.
Can anyone create silence?
Not. Well,
No.
See, Frigis, that's the kind of spell we should buy for you.
I suppose you're right.
I
suppose
look
you're
to
right, but
Tucker. Is Tucker around? Are we conversing with him as well? Yeah. Do you have a way to keep the area silent? Oh wait, no, I have silence. What the fuck? I forgot I
you
took
do?
silence.
Yeah,
you
you
look at him,
just
all he
need to
says is,
prepare it.
I
"Oh,
have
yeah."
never prepared silence, but apparently I do have. So yes, I have silence. 20-foot radius though.
Okay.
Have it prepared.
Okay. Yep, it is prepared. So yeah, I asked the team. Shall I cast it then?
Let's
But that means you can't cast spells inside.
Right, yeah. We cast silence, enveloping this tent, and we go and kill those 4 inside, and then we can move on to the rest. That'll give us a huge advantage.
Do
Okay.
you do it?
How far are we from the tent?
You're relatively close, except your vision is obscured because you're still on the other side of the wall. So you can imagine you'd have to go through the wall to see the tent.
Okay.
So the ones with challenge here would be only you and Brakmar. The other three, Frigis, Enderil, and Tucker, can go through without issues.
Okay.
can teleport.
Before I do that, I'm gonna ask Tucker, can you ascertain if everyone in there is currently asleep?
No, it's just I just went inside. There's 4 people asleep,
Okay,
and the
they're
rest
asleep.
are moving about
Okay.
the camp.
Then I will cast. Pew.
Alright.
Did that happen?
You cast silence. Strangely enough, silence doesn't have a visual aspect to it.
Yep, just
Except for
area.
probably a couple of like darts onto the ground, but that's very hard to see at this point. Which allows you, if you were to go through, which Enderil, Frigis, and Tucker can. Do the 3 of you go in? Or at least do the 2 of you go in?
We all go in, I think.
I'll go in.
Okay, Brakmar, do you teleport?
Yeah.
Okay. Then because it's silent, then only Elizabeth has to roll this one. But you get the bonus of pass without a trace. So roll for stealth with advantage. So it cancels out the disadvantage from your armor.
Okay.
So just don't roll a natural 1.
12.
Wow.
Wow, Andrew. You showing off?
You didn't even have to.
I wasted the nat 20.
Yeah.
According to Brakmar's theory, you're now out of luck.
Yeah.
Yeah. You used the luck. You rolled a 40 for nothing. Now we dead. That's how it is.
Alright, so Elizabeth goes through. And that's without the plus 10, so 22. Quiet. So who goes where? Tucker has his bow drawn, but then he looks at you for instruction.
I just kind of lead them to that tent, and we move inside quickly, quietly, take out my Kolishmard, and I'm kind of just like above one of those sleeping thugs, waiting for a signal.
One at
There's a
a
total of
one
5
per-
of you, and there's only 4, so
Yeah,
you have
exactly.
to
You can
do
take
one or do
one
4 of
person at a time or separate.
everyone simultaneously. Let's go. Or we can't speak though.
Ah, yeah.
I
Then
just
Tucker
have
He has the
myself.
boat on watching, but he doesn't go towards one of the bodies.
I have myself with the pike ready. Just I sigh. I see there's no noise coming. Just say,
Alright.
I just go and lift up 3 hands and I go.
I make an echo near the one near Frigis that starts swinging too because I don't.
You don't trust Frigis.
Yes.
Everyone make your attack rolls. They're asleep, so also so you can't mess this up. But you still have to roll for an attack. It's automatic crit if it hits.
And we get
Advantage?
advantage since they're
Yes,
prone.
advantage, of course. And asleep.
Advantage?
And
Yes. So just don't roll a natural 1.
21.
Alright, Elizabeth has a 21.
28.
It's auto crit also.
I'm good at those.
The crit?
Yes.
13 on Ender roll.
27.
Alright.
10 damage.
Do I roll another attack with advantage for the echo?
No, don't worry about it.
Okay.
There's a... Oh, actually, yes, you can for the echo on Frigis's.
With the
11, 11 piercing and 6 acid total.
27 to hit on with the echo for 27 damage, both the same.
Okay,
with the Polish mode, I can attack 3 times, so I'm just gonna stab wildly.
go ahead.
Shanking him. This
Thank-
not moving.
13 hits, though.
Oh, okay.
I'll attack twice.
So I hit 3 times.
Me and my echo are in perfect sync. Both deal 27 damage.
Nice.
I deal 16.
Okay.
17
Alright, so
hit.
it's 5 on the first hit, correct?
Does the
Okay, so how this
17 hit?
works is we have a coup de grace mechanic, and I've been wanting to introduce this for a while. So how this works is if you hit, of course, it's a crit. Did you crit your Kolishmard, by the way, Enderol? I don't think you did.
No, they didn't crit. Oh, right.
Crit the
But
first
yeah, just, so that would be 9 on the first one, 9 on the second
Okay,
one,
9.
and
Okay. Is my mic still okay? I touched
8.
it by accident.
Yeah, now it's okay. But
Okay.
yeah,
All right.
Oh, no,
So
no.
how this works
it's
is we're
not
gonna
okay.
go through Brackmars first. Brackmar hit for 27. So if you're asleep and you get stabbed, it doesn't make sense if you still survive. So it's like a concentration check. So I have to roll 27 or higher on the con check, otherwise they suffer shock and die immediately. Of course, there's no way that guy's gonna roll higher than 27 unless it's a natural 20. The one on Brackmar dies.
I deal 20 damage total with these 3 attacks.
Well, actually, yours is by chance. It's the first hit that counts. But this guy rolled a 9, which isn't enough to survive the shock and dies also. Fortunately.
Damn, I just understood. Like, things like give me auto crits are pretty good. I'm fucking dumb. IRL too. Like, the hold spells are good.
Yeah, hold
Frigis
person is very
dies.
good.
Not Frigis. Frigis' person dies. Oh, all four. All four dead right on the spot.
I'm just sitting there trembling a little bit, but blood all over my hands. Mouthing good job in the silence.
I cast Mage Hand to form a okay sign.
All right.
Let's move
The
out.
tent is still left alone. The tent is not part of the silence, considering how big the spell is. It's 20-foot radius. Is it?
Yeah,
On
yeah.
that? Yeah. So that will be a total of 40 feet in diameter.
You
It's
break your mic.
Damn it.
I need to buy a new mic. Is this better?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Just don't move. Easy.
yeah,
Yes.
it's hard to do when you do it the way, because like a public speaker, you're always talking all the time. But yeah,
You need the hands to talk.
yeah. Doesn't work with that. Anyway, the middle tent is just outside of the range because it's a 40 feet radius. But nobody has been alerted of your presence so far with all the rolls that I've been doing. What do you guys do?
Yeah, peek out the tent.
Okay,
What do I
you
see?
peek out the tent. You see a total of 6 people on the other side, and you don't know where Hassan, Isaac, and Morju are. You assume they're in the middle tent, but you don't see them yet.
And I look around the tent. This is the middle tent we're in, right?
This is the first tent, not the middle one. The middle one is
Ah.
the biggest one.
Yeah, I tell
Is
to
there
the
a path?
guys
Yeah?
I can cast
We're all in quiet, by the way, so if you're gonna
two.
say something.
Oh yeah,
You
You
wait.
can cancel your spell too if you want to stop it.
If they're all dead already, right? Then I will dismiss the spell, and I whisper I can cast 2 more times.
Is there a path where we can take and be stealth and then go into the back of the big tent, the center tent?
What do you mean? Can you repeat that again, please?
Like from where we are now, I want to kind of move alongside the wall in the shadows, cut a hole in the back of the center tent and enter. Is it at all possible?
Yes, because the campfire is right beside the center tent. So if you were going to go around it, you would be kept quiet by the shadows, and you can certainly try to cut open the tent and enter if you'd like.
You know, spirits say that there were other kids, but don't we want to fight outside that tent and drag them out?
Yeah, we don't want to hurt any kids.
I shot a cluster bomb. Can't we just throw that in the middle? Kill the folder. They come out.
I forgot about those. I pick up mine. Good idea.
Oh boy.
Let's do it. On 3. 1, 2, and we throw it towards where people are gathered around the campfire. 3!
Right. Have to do a lot of deck saves then. A total of 9 people. Right? 13 minus 9 people. That's correct.
5d6 piercing. I can reroll one of the dice because of piercer.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I'm gonna reroll a 1.
What's the deck saves?
DC 15.
15. All right.
Ah, I rolled 22 on the bomb. I rolled a lot of 6s, damn.
5d6, right?
Yes, 5d6. Just roll the 5d6.
I rerolled 1 because I have piercer.
So a
and,
total of
20, 23 for me.
Same for me.
No.
20.
Yeah, 20. Oh yeah, we both have piercer. Yeah.
all right.
In sync
Oh, I have to do
perfectly.
2 saves. Okay. So the first one, 1, 2, 3. Oh boy. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Bruh.
They all fail.
They are pierced.
Some save, but with 23 and 2 of them. One
Yeah.
second.
That's 46 if they fail both. If they succeed one and fail the other, that's 34.
34.
And if they fail both, that's still 23. So that's fucking massive sharpening.
Frick. Wait, I'm doing math. The 6 at the front absolutely die. So 3 from the front tent saved once, but they failed the other. Same thing for the first roll. A majority of them saved once, but none of them saved twice, so they all die. On the inside tent, you can see 2 people save twice, but the other one fails twice also. So as you throw this 2 cluster bombs into the area, you begin to hear this. So similar to the first time when you guys were attacking the Golden Goblet and a bunch of needles were thrown at you and hundreds of it fly out, same thing happens here. You can hear from the front going, and he's, and this just dropped down dead, covered almost like a cactus reversed. And there are 3 on the inside who had, because they were on the inside, just half cover, which allowed 2 of them to save twice, but the first one fails twice also. It looks like Hassan, the small, he's a halfling. He got hit by half of the needles. You can see that the Dragonborn takes all of it, and the Drow also took one of them. So the only people surviving here are these 3. They come out of the tent. The
And
tent also has a
we-
bunch of holes.
And Daryl, with her bow ready, also rushes out of the tent,
All
trying
right,
to be intimidating.
Same.
all right. And that's where we're gonna end tonight's session because it's 10:30.
Yay!
I have to do the math on their HP, but
We did a
definitely
lot.
next session with combat right away.
All right.
Cool.
Those bombs are pretty good.
Yeah, we need to try more of
Those
those.
bombs.
Bombs with piercing bombs with piercer. Good too.
How much did you
Should
spend
make-
on each of those? 50 each, right?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we could make a whole class with those bombs.
Yeah, it's pretty cheap.
50, yeah. All right. Okay, thank you
Good.
for playing,
Yeah.
guys. Next
Thank
session, we'll start
you.
with a fight with these 3 people, Hassan, Isaac, and Morju, with already of them. Isaac and Hassan already suffered, what was it, 23 twice, 46, 23 plus 13, 39, except these 2 have the Dodger feat. So they suffer only half of that.
Evasion?
Evasion.
Evasion,
Yeah.
yes.
They have evasion?
Both of them.
Uh,
Good thing that I tear fireball off my spellbook already.
So they start with minus 14. The Dragonborn does not. You can see it pierce some of his scales. He suffers the full 46. All right. Okay.
Good job.
GG,
Yeah.
guys. Thank you for playing. See you next time.
Thank you,
Goodbye.
guys.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Alright. And to those of you who actually listen in on Twitch, thank you so much as well. Okay. So yeah, join us again tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Well, tomorrow I will be trying to end that dating sim game that I had, Find Love or Die Trying. But yeah, our next D&D game is probably going to be next Tuesday. But I do have one more D&D game on Saturday afternoon and Saturday night if you guys are interested. So until then, take care. Thank you, Blue Sky. Thank you again for joining for a bit. See you, yeah? Bye bye.